po sa ating mga 2IT3, 2IT4, 2IT5, and 2IT6 para po sa ating second prelim lecture. Ito po ang ating video recording para doon. So, reminder lang po ulit, please state your name dun sa comment section kasi yan yung magka-count as auxiliary ninyo or yan yung magiging 20% na grade ninyo sa class standing kasi yan yung attendance nyo. So, I will be providing this lecture Monday kasi ngayon ko lang siya nire-record ng maaga pero isasabay ko po yung pagbibigay nito doon sa activity natin na ang deadline naman ay Easter Sunday. Okay, so for our lecture 2, what is software design process? So basically, it is the breakdown of the IPO. Kung tandaan nyo pa itong input process output natin. So yun yung parang breakdown niya. Tapos there are levels of software design process. Tapos everything here can be seen or can be expressed through activity diagram. So our first example is yung needs and wants document and design document. Indirectly regarding design, there are notations used to describe design activities, and there are also sequences of processing and information involved in the process. So regarding naman po sa general design techniques, we have abstraction, which is known as modeling, and refinement, which is known as decomposition. So our engineering design techniques, ito yung example niya. Meron tayong two main steps, which is yung analysis of problem. So breaking down, understanding, and clearly defining the problem. And the other one is designing the solution. So in finding the solution to the sub-problems, and we are basically creating a way to solve the problem. So which is why we are designing a solution. So we have here the first characteristic, which is understand the problem and clearly define it. So develop possible solutions, evaluate the potential solutions, and choose the best solution and finalize the document and the chosen solution. So note that the analysis is understanding the SRS, and we can also generate more than one process because the process is iterative. Meaning, pwede po siyang ulit-ulitin, pwedeng balikan since tayo ay gumagawa pa lang naman ng design. So, when will we use activity diagram? So, we have two types. First one is high level, which is architectural and intermediate. And the second one is low level or the pseudocode level. So in depicting an activity diagram, we are able to create an activity, control flow, and data flow. And also a note, yung action node natin can also be expanded as an activity diagram for further refinement. So what is software design management? So it is designing software in an activity that resembles a project in itself. And software design management is basically broken down into planning, organizing, staffing, tracking, and leadership. So as mentioned earlier dun sa software design natin, management project is also iterative, so you are allowed to go back and do your corrections or do your adjustments or modifications if in case one part is lacking. Pwede pagka kinulang siya, pwedeng balikan. So what are the decision and merge nodes? So we have here the three types of it. First one is decision node, guard, and merge node. So if you can notice, meron siyang mga explanation niya. So on our end, we will set this as a self-explanatory slide for you to be able to understand it as well. So basta take note, kukuha ko ng mga questions dito for us to add to that second activity. And what are activity parameters? So we are basically explaining the input and output of the process. So basically it says a process consumes inputs and produces outputs, and they can be represented as parameters, and the parameters can be seen as data or object nodes and are placed at the activity symbol. So siya yung parang magiging title natin, yung activity stated siya dyan. Tapos, what are guides to activity diagrams? So activity diagrams basically are used to model the flow or process of any software design, and there are a couple of factors to consider, which are draw the flow control, name the activity nodes and verb phrases, and using data nodes as data pins and noun phrases, and also using the guard and labels as condition nodes. And in data flow, uh, you can make sure that all flows entering a node can provide token concurrently. Okay. And we have two levels of software engineering design: architectural level and detailed level. So if you can recall, analysis is the breakdown and understanding or further definition of something, while design is proposed solution for alternatives. Okay. And what is UML? So UML activity diagram is a software design process which can be designed or modeled with a graph diagram, since it is composed of activities or tasks and flow of control and data. And basically, it is a virtual machine where the behavior of the processes are tokens which run through the edges. So, yun, yung mga nasa dulo niya. Kumbaga, sa flowchart, yan yung start and end natin. Doon siya magde-define kung kailan na start, kailan ang tapos. And in managing the design work, meron siya mga breakdown, which is yung product design, engineering design, planning, organizing, tracking, and leading. So, ito yung kanina. Although meron siyang further breakdowns, yung mga subtopics niya, which is product design analysis, product design resolution, engineering design analysis, engineering architectural resolution, engineering detailed design resolution, and estimation of time, estimation of resources, and scheduling, and also risk assessment, and also team structure and authority structure. And with regards to sa tracking naman, schedule and design output, quality ng design outputs. And then with regards sa leading, is the direction of support that will be coming from either higher management or through your immediate supervisor. Okay. So, we are using the UML activity diagram for control and data. And also, it has a rundown of main components and interactions. Okay, next, the fork and join in control flow. So basically, fork and join yun yung yung magko-connect ng mga arrows ng whatever we are doing here right now. So if you will notice, yung arrow at saka yung mga lines na pupuntahan natin, they are known as fork and join in control flow. And a fork basically is created if you are provided with one or more choice, and the join is basically the one that connects everything else. Okay, so what are data tokens and data flow? So everything po na rectangular sa inyong mga activity diagrams, they are counted as data tokens and data flow. Tapos they can be represented as well as input pin and output pin. Ayan po. So if you will see yung input pin, tapos yung output pin, ganun siya. Okay, so that will conclude our lecture 2. So hopefully po, you may be able to answer yung ating activity by Easter Sunday. So that's I think March 31. So 11:59 PM. So ako, walang problema sa akin kung wag nyo muna siyang, kumbaga magbakasyon muna kayo. Basta I'm honestly hoping na lahat po kayo ay magawa siya. Kasi if you will notice, we still have no face-to-face schedule yet. So, nagre-request kami na ang lahat ng naka-cluster A ay ilalagay sa cluster B para lang ma-meet kayo. Okay, so thank you po. So, enjoy your Holy Week, guys. Thank you.